Good morning, everybody. It is 1:23 a.m. and I am up working on this enhanced version of my piece titled Interconnected. The enhancements include all these darker spots that I'm doing. Let's see, get this to. There we go. That's clearer. Um, darkening all these spots to create more depth and having some spots stand out more than others. This I'm doing in order to create products like, I don't know, towels or, of course, canvas prints, posters. It's a very high resolution scan of the piece that I went to go do earlier this week over at FedEx, Office, Kinko's, whatever the fuck it's called. And very high resolution. I can zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Look at that. And yeah, it's a very fun process going back in. Just nice bit of nostalgia. This is a 3-year-old piece. See, 2017 right here. Um, I'll show you right now just what it looks like to get into this, get into the detail, and fix it up more. So right here, I'm just outlining this section before I darken this side of it. And just this little bit of outlining actually helps everything stand out, helps this one section stand out a lot more. Like this, you can now see is part of the foreground. Now it brings it out even more when I do this. Get that bigger. And just go a little bit quick on it so you could see. This program that I'm using is called Sketchbook Mobile, or actually Sketchbook. It's the full version for Windows 10, so I guess portable systems, laptops, tablets, and it's an amazing app. Free, completely free. It's by this company called Autodesk, and the mobile version used to have, or it has, the ability to, you can set it to take a few frames, like almost like pictures. Every time that you're drawing, it's actually taking pictures frame by frame, and then collects it all and collects all the images and creates an animation of your process, which I used in one of my edits for one of my previous projects with my friend from Ryan's Hot Sauce, the hot sauce guy, and it's such a cool feature, but this fucking version doesn't have it, and I am very saddened by it. It's depressing for sure, because it's so cool to see it. Like, just great to see the process come to life. Have minutes, maybe a couple of hours of work be be squeezed into maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes worth of the piece coming together on its own, basically. Like, you don't see the person's hand or anything. It's just really cool. And by the way, right now I'm listening to Psychic Mirrors. Pretty cool band, Island Girl. Should check them out. If you don't care for them, I don't care. Doesn't matter. But yeah, the animation thing is really cool. They should bring it back. That's something to protest about for sure. But yeah, just look, just these small things to do just makes a big difference. And like compare this or this to even this area. Like this isn't even blackened out yet. I'm gonna make this thing stand out more, like coming towards you by doing the same thing. I'll do that right now actually, just to show you. See, these lines are more so gray than black, and I'm not actually using black. This is, I selected, oops, I shouldn't have done that, but whatever, I can choose it, choose it from these spots anyways. I selected the darkest tone in the piece, and then went down a little bit more. So it's not exactly black. Black would be right here, at very bottom. So it's down there, and I rarely want to go fully black. It's not always necessary. Although it does, in any case, it does help things stand out. Like right now, watch. Just watch. There we go. There we go. Already I can see that this thing's gonna be like, whoa man, woo, 3D is stupid. I won't do that again. Here we go. So I'll show you in a little bit. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So you see this part kind of mixes with this background. And it shouldn't. It's supposed to be floating. Like on the original piece, you can see it a little bit better. Although I do have to accept that maybe at that point that I finished it at, it could have been darker. Actually not remembering clearly, so it could be either the finished piece that ended up this way with the gray tones and not being dark enough, or it was the scan. I've learned not to blame other things as much as I have in the past, although I still do. But it could be me. Let's check this. Do this one right here. So here where there's like a highlight situation going on, what I like to do is actually not go along the edge, because that cuts it off. To create like an effect of bloom, light blooming off, like bouncing off, I'll just make that a little bit larger, and I'll come off a little bit at a distance from the edge. So starting off around there, just to show you. So all that's supposed to be dark anyways. Not too dark, but we'll darken it just to show that effect. There we go. This part's fine because that's in shadow. And with that contrast, that's what helps it stand out. That's what helps it really pop off like that. See? Pops out a bit more. So here where it's light, I'll just work on that part real quick. And I like flipping it around just for hand ankles, more comfortable this way. By the way, the system that I'm using is the Acer Spin 3. It's a great little computer. It's I guess what's called a Ultrabook. And I went through a bunch of computers. I was doing a lot of research on what I wanted to land on, and there was quite a few really good ones, though they can get really pricey, these things, the Ultrabooks. Found a few that were up to, I mean, easily up to $2,000. and not necessarily necessary. You don't have to go that far to get something that works. And also, it's not the tool. It's how you use it, right? No innuendo there. But yeah, it really isn't about the tool. Like, if you're gonna spend, let's say, $20 on a brush for painting, but you don't know how to fucking use it, what's the use? Like, you're just gonna flaunt the tool. Congratulations. Like, you can drop it somewhere, or someone can steal it from you that knows how to use it, and they have a free thing to use, or you know what I mean. It's a matter of figuring out how it works for you, and or how you can make it work for you. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase. Good little investment, but see, it stands out a little bit more. We'll do that bloom effect right now. Just here we go. Okay. A bit darker there. Excuse me. Okay. So you can kind of see it right now. Okay. I'm such a perfectionist. You see, like, right now I'm being careful with how many strokes go into this one spot. I'm paying attention to, if I zoom in, you can maybe see it. On the screen you can't actually see it all too well, but I'm actually noticing differences between the darkness of each pixel. So in this area it's a little bit lighter, here it's a little bit darker, and just there's spots that could use more, is my point. And you just add where it's needed. If it needs to be darker, let it. If it doesn't, like here, I want the transition to be very natural for that bloom effect that I talk about, or I'm talking about. So gradual. You have to be psychotic with your detail, and never be completely happy with your work. It always helps. It always helps you progress. You can always do better, and you'll always want to see better coming from you, from yourself. There we go. So a little bit of that. I could lighten it. Right now it's a demo of sorts. But yeah, I'll be working on this for a bit longer. See what happens with it, and hopefully soon I'll have it ready as a print thing. And hope you guys become interested in having this one. You can have this in your bedroom or in your living room. Just something to trip out on. Just imagine being on some acid or some mushrooms and having these cool lines just moving for you, and maybe this guy talking to you, throwing some lights at you. Different shit. You know, there's so much to look at. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, I guess, or a great week. Whatever fucking point you're watching this video at, I wish you the best, and much love to you. Bye.